I will say, at least this game has good loading music. There are a lot of games that just don't have loading music, but the load times in this game are ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, now it's...
Alright, we're going in. It is a little faster to do, like, actual combos and stuff. Just to deal more damage instead of just mashing the same button over and over. Like, it's just a little faster, because most characters kill in 2 touches. And then if I get a setup off of, like, the second hit of the auto combo.
Are you ready?
Let's do this. Alright, pay attention, ladies and gents.
Hands.
Ow!
Frieza!
See? It's not too bad.
Goku isn't the only Super Saiyan. There's another one right here.
Alright, for the sake of load time, let's go ahead and choose the next one while we talk about... Okay, the next one is the... back to character select. It's Broly, Super Saiyan, Goku in space.
Yeah. Okay, so for the ranking on that one, the Trunks one,
It's like a B.
I'd give it a B. It's simple. It doesn't overstay its welcome.
It's not, like,
It's a direct
accurate.
reference. No,
because
but...
it's not Mecha Frieza, but I understand why they wouldn't make a Mecha Frieza model just for that dramatic finish. Alright, I'm Super Saiyan Goku, you gotta pick zero.
Awakened by Ring.
I think for what it is, though, I think it's pretty good. It's nothing too...
It's pretty okay. I say B tier is a very fair place to put it.
Okay.
So we will put that one in B tier. For those of you curious, this is what the tab looks like. Awesome S tier? I don't think so. Considering some of the ones that we have coming. Also, this one grades dramatic intros too, but usually those require different stages.
They do.
So, than the ones that you get the dramatic finish on. So to not waste time, while we're here, there are only 2 dramatic intros. Okay, there are 3 dramatic intros in the game. Goku going Super Saiyan on Namek, Krillin killing a bunch of Cybermen in Rocky Field, and...
The Gohan.
And then, yeah, Gohan with Android 16. Let's start with the Gohan one, because my mouse is hovering it.
The Gohan one is S.
Yeah. Best dramatic intro
It
in the game.
correlates with the other one, yeah.
Yeah. The Goku going Super Saiyan one is, like, so brief. I can't even tell which one it is here.
It's a B, but...
The Krillin killing Cybermen is pretty cool, and is a cool way to open a match, but no one's ever playing Krillin or Nappa, so I might actually dock it to C, just because it's really unlikely to happen. Alright, those are the dramatic intros. Into this match. Pay attention.
I do like that little stare.
I think this camera pan, it's cool, but then it gets uncomfortably close to both cameras. It makes it really hard to tell what's even happening. But then this shot, and Broly just blows it. I don't like the dramatic finishes that just end with a fade to white. And then, of course, the line, "It looks like I did it," is super fucking lame. This one's like a B tier.
It's a B tier. It's not. It's more so because they don't have the right stages and everything. So
Yeah.
That's what's discounting it a little bit.
Alright, next up is Trunks and Zamasu.
Oh boy. Okay.
Do we want to do the Vegito one first? Or we'll do the Vegito one first.
I do like on the roster. It's left his good guys right at that one.
That's usually a good way to put it. And that means I'll probably, except for the very few where the bad guy wins, you're not going to be the one playing. Alright, and then we gotta go to Destroyed West City. So yeah, that last one, the Broly and Super Saiyan Goku, it's fine, it's serviceable. It's almost, I don't want to say any dramatic finish is too short.
No.
Because we're going to hit some that are about a minute and a half long. And I'm going to have issues with that.
I know.
I get dramatic finishes aren't supposed to be done in regular matches anyway, but it fucking sucks that, like, you know, you don't want to skip the dramatic finish or you'll be an asshole, but you gotta sit through a minute and a half of watching a cutscene that could have been done a lot more concise. Like, I might as well have just looked up the clip instead of actually trying to get it in match, because it just takes so long. But alright, we're about to spawn in on this one. Vegito wins, blah blah blah. This one's actually pretty good. I think this, I'm already gonna say this one's A tier. You spent so much. Alright, the no homo nut tap coming in. Alright, here it is.
Can't be a god losing to a
These
mortal.
camera angles are wild.
I am a god. I am justice given form. I am the world. The most noble, splendid, immortal, and supremely powerful god. Zatya! damn mortals! It's over!
He interrupts that stupid ass.
Yeah.
And then I like how his neck is he does.
Come on, get serious already.
I'll give it an A, not an S, because
There are some that like blow this one out of the water, so we have very strict criteria. Get through the menus as fast as possible now. Have your hands on your controller, not staring at your goddamn phone.
I'm texting girls.
No, you're not. I know that as a fact.
I'm not.
Okay, so the Vegito one's a solid A tier. Next up's the Trunks one, and I already know where that's going.
Yep.
But we will watch it and then talk about it, because most of our talking will be through the loading screen. Because this game's load times are poodoo. Alright, so that last one. I love how Vegito interrupts that stupid speech. It's really funny. Just the fact that most of it is still just Zamasu just standing there. And the actual finishing blow is not.
No, it's not. But
It's just final Kamehameha, and it doesn't even do the cool thing that the regular level 3 does.
The outcome of this fight is anybody's.
But it's well animated. Why? Are you just so ADD that you have to touch my guitar every second?
I've been planning to do it for like the past 2 hours.
I thought so. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty good. And the final line being like, "Get serious already." That's very imperative. We know all of the dramatic finishes by heart.
Mm-hmm.
That one's good, but it's not as good as some that we'll get. I already know which one I'm calling the best in the game. I feel like everybody calls it the best one. Anyway, alright, this one, don't care. Alright, here it is.
I am immortal!
It's time! Zamasu's finished!
I'm gonna fuck your ass!
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Just like a drunk shouting it.
Next time, who was that? Nightbot?
Nightbot. It's a robot, dude. It's a man.
This cannot be!
This cannot be!
And then this.
Imagine if it looked like a game.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
That's an ass. That's an ass.
Easy S tier right there. Need we say more? That's like, it's actually emotional. It captures a fantastic moment from the show. Doesn't even matter that it's not the actual, like... I can't smell it. But, yeah. It captures the essence of the show really well. It, even though it's not the corrupted Zamasu, it doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't, no. I don't like the way that guy looks.
Alright, next up is the Beerus versus Goku, so I will be Super Saiyan Goku, will be Beerus. Alright, next up, I'm already thinking of where it is, and I think this might be our first, like, I'm gonna call this one ahead of time D tier, but I'll explain it.
Alright.
But yeah, a lot of people forget this one's even in the game, because no one plays Beerus.
Yeah, nobody plays Beerus.
Alright, so I'm not pressing anything, you're gonna have to kill me.
That's fine.
You're gonna have to do it with the standing heavy. Or the Z vanish if you want to be on a certain side.
Very impressive. I might
Consider you a rare genius.
That's a cool shot.
Must be. And then the catch.
What a fascinating fellow.
What a fascinating fellow.
I think this one's pretty good.
I don't know. I'm thinking it's one of the worst because it doesn't feel like it's Beerus. It's not a. Also, by the way, our next one is going to be Gohan Broly. So I'll be Gohan.
So you're saying so that does feel like because like Goku takes the scene basically.
Yeah.
And
It's pretty much not even Beerus' finish. Like, technically, he still wins. And I like the catching Goku. I like how it's still a reference to the show. I like the one shot of everyone else, which is the most time Yamcha gets screen time-wise in the entirety of Super. I put it D tier. It's not even his finish. It's the only finish in the game that's against Super Saiyan Goku. Right? Yeah, it's the only finish in the game that's actually against Super Saiyan Goku, and he still steals the show. It makes me mad, because it's like, you could have made that so much more Beerus' moment, but it's really not.
No, it's not.
So I put it D tier. I put it really, really poorly. Okay, this one's actually really cool. I used to main adult Gohan, and then I just kind of... He's the only character... He's one of, like, 2 characters with an actual install, and even then his isn't a real install.
No, but it...
And it was too cumbersome to try and actually get to level 1. So he was actually more categorized by his list. And...
Burke's ready. Burke's ready.
I'll put you out of your misery.
Gohan!
I kind of hate how Gogeta says Gohan.
Yeah.
Is that all you got? Don't give up now!
Also, this is another dramatic finish where Goku steals the show. I'm glad they made it so it's not his to do, and I know this is the actual moment from the show. But man, it sucks how many dramatic finishes you just steal. And yeah, sending Broly into the fucking sun. Kakarot!
Dad!
And the end screen, I like the little fist bump.
That's cute.
But yeah. Alright, next up is the Kid Buu Super Saiyan Goku one. Yeah. Alright, where are we putting this one?
That one's pretty good. I mean, even with the inclusion of Goku. I would call it like the top of A, actually.
Better than Vegeta? I
would
think
say so.
I think it's got more to it.
Well, like, the best thing about Vegeta is that he punches Zamasu. That's the best part about it.
Yeah, the rest is super. Kid Buu.
Alrighty, and yeah, he is literally the top tier that can't be underneath top tier. Because that's just how
Just the way he was fundamentally built in the game just makes him the most busted character. Anyway, alright, so that last one, really cool. Sending Broly into the hecking sun is awesome. I really do like a lot of what he does. Goku kind of steals the show again, but I like how they made it so Gohan has to initiate it. That's cool. It's an accurate moment from the show. Broly getting his comeuppance is really funny.
him getting, yeah.
It's not like full-blown S tier, because once again, Goku does steal the show. And you mentioned Goten's line just going, Gohan! Is kind of just lame. In fact, a lot of the voice lines in that one are kind of lame. None of them seem like they're responding to each other.
Right.
But that's also just a thing with Dragon Ball.
Oh. Oh no!
Now! Everyone! I need you all to lend me your energy! Why don't you take this? You're really good.
See ya!
See ya! I hope you're reborn as someone good this time. Goku!
It's actually pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's like B tier.
Yeah.
I definitely would have wanted it to be like a dual dramatic finish with like Vegeta also coming into play, because he does that in the actual thing. Maybe see some Super Saiyan 3 action, but otherwise it's decent. It's better than the Trunks one because there's more to it. Broly one's also better than the Trunks one.
You put which one in D tier?
The Beerus one, because it's not even his. Let's see. Next up, it looks like Gohan V Cell.
Oh boy. Just noticed that Cell isn't pointing to his head in his render in the loading screen. Usually he does.
Yeah. Usually that's the exact pose he's doing, except the actual point.
I don't know why they took it out. Like, they didn't do it with Goku Black. He still has the 2 fingers.
Yeah. Boom!
How dare you! How dare you! Show him, Gohan! Let him see our combined power! Finish!
Oh my god.
Yeah, the fucking face.
I did it! Dad! Gohan! Win!
I love it.
Yeah, easy S tier, I would say. Alright, next is Gogeta and Zamasu.
Oh boy. Okay. This one's kind of a hard one for me
Because of where it is.
yeah, that's.
It's literally the opposite of hell.
I don't know why you would hold it. I don't know why you just wouldn't add one. Come on. It's like one of the most memorable places in Dragon Ball. And you just didn't do it.
Yeah.
I feel like FighterZ is gonna do the whole stage switch thing that Slide does, where you can see the camera panning over to the next part. Well, I've said this before, but Janemba's color palette is so muted in this game for some reason.
It is. He looks really weird.
Like, not even in his render it's bad. It's still the bright purple and the red, but in the game it's almost like a gray.
Yeah, his colors look really.
I kind of wish his color too was just a fucking saturated blue.
Yeah, to talk about the dramatic finish we just witnessed, is it better than the Trunks one?
Yeah, I think so.
Explain your reasoning.
My reasoning is, like, it's the most accurate one when it comes to, like, the anime accurate ones.
That is true.
It
It is Perfect Cell. It is Super Saiyan 2 Gohan.
it's on the right stage, obviously.
And Goku stealing the show isn't even true in
It's
that one,
not.
because that's also exactly what happened in the show. It's actually one of those dramatic finishes that is genuinely emotional. It's not just a character doing something because they can.
Obviously, this one coming up is
I'm gonna have to see it again to really get an opinion on it.
Fusion!
Bullshit move. Wow.
Powers down, which is one of them.
Yeah, you literally. It's kind of savage in a
Yeah.
way. It's kind of thug.
But alright, no, you ain't good enough for Super Saiyan. Yeah, this is uncomfortably close up right here. Like,
Yeah,
that is like... I can't even tell that punch just didn't land. I didn't understand that when I first saw it. I had to watch it a few times to understand what happened.
Yeah, he punched him in the face.
Camera gets really weird. This is hilarious, though. I wish there was an actual, like, Janemba model that runs over it.
For those who don't understand what just happened there, with the end screen when Gogeta won,
Wait a second.
in the
My
movie,
fusion's about to run out.
Janemba turns back into his original self, which is as a kid, and he runs away because he gets scared of Gogeta.
Okay,
And
this is one that goes both ways. This is Nappa.
Okay. Also, where'd you put that one?
We'll get there. It's not in the right place, so it's not super accurate to the
Nope.
show.
I feel like some of the liberties that were taken are a little weird.
Like, it takes place in the Supreme Kai's world, which is practically the opposite of Hell in the Dragon Ball world.
he powered down and then back to Super Saiyan, which, why didn't he just power down to Super Saiyan?
Yeah, that's kind of weird how he goes default, then he goes Super Saiyan. Him throwing the Soul Punisher is really well animated, and Janemba approaching is really well animated. Can you choose Nappa already?
Sorry.
So it's not in the right place. I really don't like the super uncomfortable zoom-ins on Janemba and Gogeta after he throws the Soul Punisher. Janemba getting deleted from existence is fine, though.
It's fine, but the way he died was a little bit different, but I get it.
Yeah, I'm calling it C. There's such a high standard for this.
I'll give it a B, but that's just because
Alright, I'll be generous and put it at bottom of B.
bottom B.
It's very inaccurate, and it bothers me to an insane degree. Okay, so this one goes both ways. I'll start by KOing you, then you
Yeah.
can KO me.
I wish they did more of the alternate ending ones, though, in this game. We have, like, 3 of them.
I wish there were more where the villain wins.
Yeah, seriously.
There are literally no alternate endings where the villain wins. Anytime a villain actually wins, they reverse the dramatic finish for whoever receives it. Purely out of fan service. Here's like the reverse character.
I love it. It'd be so funny if more characters...
Guess I showed you I'm not playing around, didn't I?
Yeah.
I remember to rematch this. And we'll do the other one before we mean S tier. I don't think it's S tier.
Oh, shit. I thought it would do that much damage.
Nick, did you forget that the game literally does more damage if you're about to kill someone?
It does?
Yes, it does.
I didn't know that.
That is a mechanic that's been in the game since day one, and I hate it.
I didn't know that, no. I'm just...
Like, if you're doing a move that normally doesn't deal enough damage to kill, but the opponent's low enough on health, it will. No, just punch, just punch. There.
What?
What? Okay, that actually just kind of ruined it for me. The little what he did there, I don't like it.
You pathetic little runt.
That's pretty good. But,
Alright, let's talk about both of these as we go ahead and select our next two. The next one's going to be Bardock and Frieza in space. This one also goes both ways. This is the one where Frieza wins.
yeah.
And then this is the one where Bardock wins.
Yeah.
But alright, the Yamcha and Nappa.
The actual winning one is just better.
Not as dumb with the voice lines, but I still hate it. The camera is so bad. You're choosing space.
Oh.
You have to choose space. Like, the camera work is awful.
It is.
Like, it's so zoomed in, I couldn't even tell what happened the first time. Kind of like the
He did
Janemba one.
the Kamehameha too fast for me. He was just...
Yeah, he
That's
just
it.
went like, and then it flew back and then blew up Nappa. I like how Nappa dies in that pose, so it's slightly better, but both of them are the same to me. They're both like... Great fan service, but could have been executed so much better.
Yeah.
They just didn't take their time at all, and it makes both of them so muddy.
Yeah, the actual one is just a tad bit better because of the fan service. That's it. The Nappa one is just...
And also the Nappa one has the really dumb voice line.
What?
Where he goes, what? Which is just dumb. It's quite silly.
It's like holding a grenade that's about to go off and then going, what? And then dying.
Yeah.
Boom.
Here it is.
No! No!
What? It's pathetic. I'm the one to avenge them. Me.
Horrible lip syncing.
I'm going to defeat you. This will change everything.
I've seen it before.
Yeah. And... This is the best one in the game.
Best one in the game.
Best one in the game.
Best one in the game. Undeniably. I will say it has some spotty voice acting. Remember the rematch?
The lip syncing, that's off. I don't care about the voice acting
Well,
as much.
okay, of course the lip syncing is off because it's Japanese.
But it's a little immersion breaking when he says me and then he just keeps moving his mouth. Alright.
This will change everything. This will change everything.
Why does he keep saying that?
Both my fate and
This one has really bad voice acting.
yours.
And yo, he's just with
The end of the line.
I do like this. That's good.
And that explosion's the best looking one.
Yeah, actually it is. And you know what? It's still okay, but you are right, the voice acting is like horrible.
This one goes to A tier. I think top of A tier.
Yeah.
No, it's not better than the Burley one. I think it's better than Vegeta.
Yeah.
Also, I haven't actually shown the screen, but this is what our tier list is looking like at the moment.
I know which one you're gonna give the D tier to. Like, I know which one earns the bottom spot.
Alright, this next one is Gogeta and Burley.
It actually... Oh, he's up here. Okay.
Super Burley, anyway.
Yeah.
And then we go to...
No, the lava.
The
lava.
The lava! Alright, so then...
Personally, I'm just gonna say, chat, I absolutely adore this one, and I think it is, like, as good as the Bardock one. Gavin hates it.
It's way too long. This dramatic finish that you're about to witness is about a minute and a half long.
Quick rant as well. Gogeta's render looks too different. It's like, he's like tan. He's not supposed to be.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to argue, like, why is Gogeta a person of color? I mean,
Like,
it's like, he has so much shading. It's like he's a member of Jersey Shore.
but alright, I don't hate this dramatic finish. I think they could have cut out most of the fighting part, gotten just the coolest moves in, cut it down to only being about 30 to 45 seconds, or like about the length of the Bardock one, which is less than a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you count the entire linger with the, like, I count when it says, finish!
Yeah.
But if you count the lingering after that, it's slightly over a minute. But this one, we'll leave it uninterrupted.
There we are.
Broly.
Chat, for those who don't know, the green lady is Chloe's girlfriend. That is so good. Yes, sir. Not bad.
Send Broly. Send Broly back to the planet he grew up on.
That line was delivered good.
Not even bad.
Not bad, but just bad.
Like, it's...
Gogeta! Win!
The fighting's cool.
But you're wasting your
I don't like how he just does his level 3 pretty much, and that's what dramatic finish amounts to. It is S tier, I'll say that, but I don't think it's better than the Bardock.
No, it's not.
The Bardock one gets its message across a lot better, and it's a lot more emotional.
It is. It's actually like the second longest one in the game, I think. The Bardock one.
Yeah, the Bardock one is the second longest, just behind this one. And I think this one, does this one top Cell?
No.
Does it top Zamasu and Trunks?
I think so, yes.
Okay. I think that's a fair place to put it.
Yeah.
Next up is base Goku, base Vegeta.
Oh.
But that last one, really long. And I feel like it had no right to be that long.
The rest aren't. It just got special treatment because why not?
Like, it is the longest dramatic finish by about 20 seconds over the one behind it, which is the Bardock one. And actually, no, I haven't timed how long the Gogeta one is with himself.
No.
But I don't. That one's not as long. I can just tell. Okay, wait. This is the dramatic intro. I just realized. Where does the Super Saiyan Goku dramatic intro go to? I think it's played off way too fast.
The Super Saiyan Goku. Oh, when he turns.
Yeah. You know, Krillin Bros. It's really not that good. It really sells. It doesn't sell it as well as the one. I would put it in
C tier.
I'd put it under the Krillin one.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, the Krillin one's cool because he gets his redemption, right? Or like he. Well,
no, he did. No, he did that. He did the scatter Kamehameha to kill all of the Cybermen. But it's done so much better. Like the Goku one is just rushing through it.
It is. It's not emotional enough. I actually would have preferred it as a dramatic finish.
Are you ready?
I know that sounds weird, but like.
Oh yeah, he doesn't actually hit that one. Alright. We're watching.
This one's.
You're done. You're finished. Dare you? How dare you? You and this planet are as good as space dust! Kamehameha!
He's beating me! And of course the pose he does there is... On the little end card here.
It's pretty good.
Where you see him getting launched into space and getting breathing. It's pretty good. I'd say it's like a solid B or an A.
Bottom of A.
Carried away.
Where I put it. Bottom of A. I think that's fair. Yeah. So right under above the Kid Buu Super Saiyan Goku one, but under Vegeta.
Oh, the next one's the Frieza one that's really bad.
Yeah, next up is base Goku versus Frieza on regular Namek.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to change my character much. You're choosing.
Okay,
it's base Namek. Yeah, but for where this guy's placed, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of these dramatic finishes sell the scene really well. They do a good job of what they're trying to do. But in the end, it just ends up being pretty easy. The shot of the two beams hitting each other, they're so isolated. Like, they're not clashing.
No, they're not.
It's like two fists constantly bumping.
It does. That's what it looks like. It doesn't look like they're like making a bigger explosion because they're colliding.
Yeah, which is weird because there are other dramatic finishes that do that concept better.
Which, I'm not trying to get sciencey here. This is an anime we're talking about, but like, if two beams actually clashed like that, wouldn't they like pass through one another logistically or no? I don't know how it works.
If
obviously.
they were the same intensity, I guess they could clash. I mean, this is energy beams being shot out of people's hands. It doesn't act like actual things that move at the speed of light.
No.
This one's just so fast. It just doesn't take its time.
He doesn't even charge it.
It falls with the spirit bomb. There's not even an explosion. Nope. It just does this.
That's it.
And then he's just done.
Guys.
I love the thumbs up.
Yeah.
I love the little smile and the ridiculous little thumbs up he does.
My thing about it, right, is this should have had the alternate ending where Frieza blows up the planet with his spirit bomb, his death ball.
Yeah.
Where he does the really big one.
Yeah.
He should have had
that.
Says,
you and this entire planet will turn to dust! And then he like throws it down and blows up
That's when
planet
he gets
Namek.
really muscular. They have a model for that too.
Yeah.
So they could do that.
Because it's for his level 3s, yeah.
Yeah, it would have the Super Saiyan Goku, but still, it would have been really cool.
All right, where does this one go? I'm thinking like D tier.
That's D tier. It's above that.
I think it's worse than the Beerus one.
Oh,
because
right.
the Beerus one takes its time.
It does.
And it sells the point. This one's too fast. Next up is the other Goku versus Frieza one.
Alright, I do not have to change anything.
That dramatic finish, it just doesn't take its time. He already has it immediately charged. Like, you could have done, like Frieza gets knocked back and he's like, "You imbeciles really think you can beat me?" And then Goku's sitting there with his hands up. He's like, keep talking. And then eventually, after a little bit of dialogue, he throws it. So, it conveys that he actually charged it.
Because, yeah, Frieza turns around and sees how big it is, and he's like, oh.
Huh. Oh. That's bad.
And
then, of course, he catches it, falls, and there was no explosion either. He just falls into the ether, and then it's just like, thumbs up, we're done.
Nether portal or some shit.
Yeah.
Like he was going through the Doctor Who, like, time zone thing.
Alright, let's do it.
It's over.
It's over.
I'm the strongest in the universe!
Oh, man, I forgot.
That shot looks terrible, by the way.
It's supposed to be like the exact same shot, but doesn't look terrible. I do like how he literally just gets evaporated.
And I think he actually says the line, "You idiot," in the show, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And I do like that phase. This one also is a little rushed. The voice acting is not exactly on point, and that shot of Goku flying away looks terrible.
It does. My thing about it, right, is like, scene in the show was so symbolic for Goku because he didn't fuck around. He spared Frieza's life, and then killed him because Frieza still wanted to kill him. But like, in here, Goku doesn't even give a speech like he did in the anime. He literally just like, bye.
Mm-hmm. So where are we putting this? C? D even?
Top of D.
Top of D.
Top
Okay.
of D.
Wrong one. Very top of D.
Oh, then this one.
Yeah. Oh boy, do we
Don't
have
we
hot
need
takes
Frieza
on
in
this.
this one?
I'll have to put Frieza on my team, but you can still just have to.
I see 2 more slots. You have Hell, Tournament of Power, done.
Yeah, there you go.
16 stages, 2 more.
Yeah, this game pisses me off.
Or even the matchup arena in space from Universe 6.
Yeah, exactly.
That one too.
The Universe 6 arena as well. But that last dramatic finish didn't take its time. He didn't make his speech at all. He didn't really say anything of importance. He just says, "It's over," which is an iconic line. I love how he says that and he just leaves. But it doesn't convey the scene beforehand, and then, you know, he just immediately kills Frieza after that. So it doesn't really show Frieza being a big win. But this dramatic finish, I'm gonna go ahead and say this ahead of time, this is D tier. Because I want you guys to pay as close attention as possible to this dramatic finish, and count just how many times the character switched sides between shots without conveying it at all. Which actually does happen in the anime, but they could have made it better here.
They could have, yeah.
They only made it worse.
17's not even in the scene, in here.
And yeah, like, you could have just made it so the whole team has to be here, but I guess they didn't want to. Also, it's another fuck Super Saiyan Goku dramatic finish. The camera here is so awful. Why does it look like they're physically guarding them? Yep, they just switch sides. They just... He gets knocked down on Jiren's left. And then when Goku appears, suddenly Frieza's on Jiren's right.
The power of Universe 7.
That's it. I like that.
And then, yeah, that's cool. And then the big explosion with, like, the purple and the yellow. Cool. And then the ending bit where Jiren's like,
Man, you're tough, Jiren.
and then Frieza's just being an edgelord in the
See
back.
you around.
And then the shake hands.
But I will win next time we meet, Goku.
Especially because I'll fight you one-on-one and not get teamed up.
It's not even like, I can forgive the inconsistencies, but like, they do not land back on Earth when Jiren gets defeated.
I think it's the best of the ones in D tier, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually kind of like the Beerus one more.
So, yeah, this,
Yeah, let's put it there.
And the next one we have is...
It is
oh, boy.
Kefla Blue Goku. Also,
This one's very good.
this one's
It's blue. Wait, is it Blue Goku you pick?
yeah, it's blue
Oh, right, because it's, yeah.
because they don't level down Ultra Instinct.
I will say there is no excuse why the UI Omen isn't a skin for Ultra Instinct. There's no excuse, because they literally have the model in his intro and in this dramatic finish.
Yeah, alright, so why we hate that Jiren finish so much. It is the least accurate dramatic finish in the game.
Yeah.
No Tournament of Power. They land on Earth at the end of it. They switch sides constantly. The camera makes it, especially towards the beginning, really hard to understand what the characters are doing. I think the Goku and Frieza character in Dokkan Battle sold that dramatic finish better than the people. So yeah, we hate that one with a bit of a passion. I like how Frieza does have to be there for it, but the fact, I kind of wish he initiated it, you know?
Yeah.
Or either character could initiate it, because it's really dumb that Super Saiyan Goku has to do it. Especially because that is the second... It's actually the third dramatic finish with Super Saiyan Goku in space. But one of them, he's the victim.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just... There's so many that are just repeating themselves, and it sucks. On to this finish.
Oh, no.
I'm not done yet! Kiss your ass goodbye!
That's to open my eyes. And she's like, oh shit.
See, this coming up right here. This.
Boom. 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 L ratio. No bitches. And then zooms across it like mother.
That's very cool.
This is like S tier. This dramatic finish is so good. It's weird to think it released so close to the tier.
Guess that's the best I can do right now.
That's kind of a dumb ending line, though. That kind of sours it. It's not better than Bardock. Bardock is still the best one in the game. Where would you place it?
Let me look at the tier listing to see.
Okay.
It is S tier. You know what? Before the DBS Broly one.
Okay, just under that one.
Yeah.
I can agree. Alright, now we get the last dramatic finish added that goes both ways.
Yes.
Which they should be graded right next to each other. Because nothing changes. It's just a big beam struggle. And this is the only reason this stage has any purpose.
Yeah. They don't ever fight in a Rocky Field evening in the show.
They just added a reskin stage with no background assets. And not until super recently did they add an actual purpose for this stage being. And it's just to make this non-canon dramatic finish happen.
From 4 seasons, we have got one. Galactic Arena. It's like the best stage in the game.
Alright, so we'll start with Gogeta.
I do not like the argument, like when people have an argument against which Gogeta is better, there'll be that one fucking asshole in the group that's like, I like Gogeta more, and it's like, thank you.
Thanks!
I've
heard that! I've never heard that one before! Wow!
So creative! Please, leave. No, it's like, oh, thank you. Or the ones that it's like Gogeta versus Vegeta, it's like, I like Goku and Vegeta. Thank you. Which one? That's a really cool.
That's just it. The entire universe freaking shatters. The sun gets moved.
You're me, so naturally you're good. But you're still not tough enough to handle Super Saiyan 4.
Okay,
Yeah, that mouth kept moving.
you just go there for honestly the end.
Yeah, it's the same thing, except now you win, and we'll grade on which pop-off is better. Alright, now we get the Gogeta ending with this Gogeta. I love the... and then, like, yeah, I love the exaggeration. Stylish.
Of course you lost. I'm a Super Saiyan with the power of a Super Saiyan God.
Gogeta!
I like the Gogeta pop-off, but not good.
Wait a second.
I like the
My
Super Saiyan
fusion's
4
about to
pop-off
run out.
a little bit better.
I do. He turns around. He doesn't even want to look at it.
Alright, that is every single dramatic finish in the game.
Also, those are both
rated.
B tier for me.
Those are both B? Yeah,
They're both B.
I agree.
I
the
wish
big,
they did more.
The big explosion's really cool. Where in B?
Honestly, I would put him at the top.
Top
just
of B.
before A, yeah.
And then, yeah, this guy
Both
goes
of
here.
us. Yeah. But, like, my thing about it is, like, if they put a little bit more work in and actually had them do different things, they would obviously be S tier for me. But they both do the exact same animation, so it really doesn't help.
Yeah, alright, so this is our finalized list here.
For dramatic finishes, and we all can agree that the Bardock one's the best.
Starting from the bottom up, we think the worst dramatic finish is the most rush, incoherent, horribly shot, and just doesn't make any sense. It really isn't super accurate to the show either, which makes it really hard to, like, you know, enjoy this dramatic finish if you actually do hit it. And that is base Goku versus Frieza. It's just, he charges the Spirit Bomb way too fast. Frieza reacts to it way too fast. It rushed through it. That's the problem. Next up's the Jiren one. Just doesn't make any sense. It's super inaccurate to the show, and even though it's got some cool moments, I just can't get past how inaccurate it is. Next up's the Beerus one. It's not even his dramatic finish, pretty much. Goku definitely highlights a lot more, but it definitely is really well animated, and I do enjoy that Beerus actually gets to do something in this game. Then comes Super Saiyan Goku versus Frieza. That's all I can feel about it. It doesn't sell the scene really well, with both Goku and Frieza not getting any of their banter dialogue. It's just Goku saying it's over. The shot of Goku flying away looks terrible. Yeah. And it doesn't feel great. I like the little face at the end, though. C tier is where our first dramatic intro lies, and it's actually both of the dramatic intros that aren't the best one in the game. I wish they would have added more of these, but I can see why they didn't. The Super Saiyan Goku dramatic finish is the worst one, or dramatic intro is the worst one because it's just so rushed. It's so fast. Just look up a video of it and you'll have a whole 10 seconds to enjoy that finish. And the Krillin one has a little more merit to it, but it's still just half decent. Whereas the best one is obviously this guy up here, without a doubt. Just watch it. Next up comes both Nappa and Yamcha's finish against each other. Nappa's victory is just a little bit worse because of some odd voice acting choices, but they're both C tier because of horrible camera shots, and they're also just so rushed.
Yeah.
At the very bottom of B tier is Gogeta versus Janemba. It's a finish that doesn't really make a lot of sense, because he powers down at the start of it, and then powers up again. The actual look of the Soul Punisher's cool, him throwing it's really well animated, but my biggest problems lie in the really dumb close-ups of Janemba's shoulder and Gogeta's face. You can't even tell that Janemba threw a punch at the end, because he just completely disintegrates. Really lame, but not like as rushed or incoherent as the Nappa and Yamcha ones. Next up is the first one we covered. It's one of the easiest ones to get in the game, or it's super fast, it's really rushed, but it's totally accurate to the show. That's Super Saiyan Trunks versus Frieza. Good moment from the show. Didn't need Mecha Frieza there. I don't care about the accuracy of it. It's just exactly what you think it is, but it just can't deliver much more than that. Next up is Broly versus Goku in space. Kind of same deal as the one before it. It's just really average. It is them looking at each other, and then Goku delivers a punch, and also it still has uncomfortable close-ups, and I don't appreciate that. Next up is Kid Buu and Goku. The voice acting is a little rushed here. I wish there would have been implementation of Vegeta. I wish there would have been implementation of possibly some Super Saiyan 3 shenanigans. And once again, he charges the Spirit Bomb way too fast. It doesn't feel like he's been charging it the whole match. But still a good moment from the show, still pretty accurate, and I love how he just says, "See ya!" and then kills you. And then the one we just reviewed, so I won't go into it much, but the Gogeta versus Gogeta one. The Super Saiyan 4 pop-off's a little better, but the overall finish is just pretty average. The explosion and moving the sun's all cool, but at the end of the day, it's just a really average beam struggle with some cool camera movement. But it's really cool that they did that. Up in A tier, we're starting to get to the good ones. We get base Goku versus base Vegeta. Iconic moment from the show. The biggest issue with it is that it doesn't actually seem like a beam struggle, because the beams just kind of do this. And it just doesn't feel like it's actually a beam struggle. Otherwise, though, it's a really well-sold scene. I love Vegeta's, like, weird pose that he does at the end. Next up is Vegito and Zamasu. Really funny, because Vegito just punches Zamasu, and then just immediately kills him. Simple, sweet, but that's about it. And then Frieza killing Bardock. Good moment, but it's really soured by the voice acting choices. But the explosion at the end is the best-looking one in any of these dramatic finishes. Next up, at the very top of A, not quite an S tier, but still really good, is the Gohan versus Broly one. Super Saiyan Goku, like the Beerus one, kind of steals the show here, but I like how Gohan has to initiate it. I like sending Broly into the goddamn sun. It's hilarious. It's wonderful. Great dramatic finish, but still just not sold me super well to make it an S tier. I mentioned the dramatic intro because it's just the best one in the game. It sells the emotion of the scene really well, and the thing that separates S tier from A tier is the emotion of all of these. You feel something with these dramatic finishes. With the Trunks one, it's just really well done. The actual battle happens for a little bit, and then when he slices Zamasu in half, the big explosion at the end and then him holding his sword up, it's super symbolic. It's super great. Next up is kind of UI Goku, but it's Blue Goku versus Kefla. Yeah. And goddamn, that's just badass. Him dodging and then he opens his eyes, fantastic.
It has the best camera work, I think, out of any of them.
Yeah. The Broly versus Gogeta one, badass fight. I personally think it lasts too long to be the top spot. And also, Chilai's voice acting's really strange in it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's...
And kind of sours the moment. And also, at the end of the day, they didn't change the animations of Gogeta's level 3 enough in the actual dramatic finish to make it seem like it was animated any differently. But it's still a really good finish. And then the Cell one slightly edges it out because of the actual emotion of the scene. It sells it perfectly. I can't really say much else. It's an iconic moment from the show, and I think it's the best done in the dramatic finish. I like how Gohan loses power at the end, finally falls on his back, and then holds his thumb up to the sky,
He's very
praising
happy.
his father. You can feel the emotion of the scene in that. And you sense that confidence in him that's also present in the UI Goku one. Or I guess Blue Goku, but you get my point. Where when he throws that one-handed Kamehameha, there's just no music, it's just that one sound effect, it lingers on that. It's really well done.
Mm-hmm.
I can't praise it enough. The only thing that edges it out is the ultimate fan servicey one. That has some of the most emotion out of any dramatic finish. The first time I saw it, I was just in awe, and then was fishing for it the next match we played. Because I just wanted to see it again. Super well animated, and while the voice acting still isn't great, which is still a big issue with it, both Bardock and Frieza have weird line delivery in it. Him turning around the Riot Javelin, I think is what it's officially called, and then throwing that at Frieza, his little spin around before he blows up, him breaking out of the supernova and going Super Saiyan, just fan service galore, and then of course that final shot of him taking off the bandana, holding it up to the big explosion of him killing Frieza. It's brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all our opinions on all the dramatic finishes. I know some people argue that the dramatic finishes, due to the effort put in them, can't really be put in D tier or anything lower, which I agree, it can't really go lower than that. It's cool that they're even in the game, and we hold them to a really high standard because they deserve to be held to a high standard. Dragon Ball is an insanely difficult thing to nail, and they did do it in very good ways, but I feel like they did rush it in some parts, and some of these are very disappointing. Otherwise, though, those are my thoughts on it.
Mm-hmm. Quick thing, I mean, for anybody who's watching that's like a Smash fan, which is kind of everybody.
Yeah.
Official Evo 2K just posted their announcement for when they're going to announce the new fighting games they're going to have for this upcoming Evo 2022 year, and I'm just going to read the full thing. It's 2 paragraphs. Please join us March 8th at 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. our time, I think, on Twitch TV Evo for the Evo 2022 announcement show. While we're thankful for all the amazing games joining us later this year in Las Vegas, we want to let you know in advance that Super Smash Bros. Will not be making a return appearance. Since 2007, we've seen historic Super Smash Bros. Moments created at Evo's events. We are saddened that Nintendo has chosen not to continue that legacy with us this year.
Oh, wow.
In the future, we hope to once again celebrate the Super Smash Bros. Community alongside them. So, to summarize...
Nintendo cucked them, yeah.
Nintendo cucked Evo and anybody else who gives a damn about Smash Bros. By basically saying, no, we're not bringing it in for Evo this year, which really sucks. Really, really sucks. Thanks, Nintendo. Yeah, that's exactly what I feel, Pan. Oh, man. I don't want to kill the vibe or anything, because this has been a fun stream. Very fun. But it's news for people, and actually, I'm just going to share it to the actual chat.
Alright.
As well.
Bit of a downer to go out on, but...
It is, yeah, I'm sorry.
I have a very long video playing about this game, so I don't think I'll ever be done talking about FighterZ. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And I wish anyone watching this as a VOD in the future a good farewell.
Immortal!
I'm gonna fuck your ass!